What up, YouTube? It's your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Running a little bit late, but we still gonna get it in. We made it to get it here and get it in. Uh, Let me check something real quick. All right, boom, gotcha. All right, so let's talk about a farce that at this particular point is kind of related to the dating coaches issue with the passport bros and the game coaches issue with the passport bros, right? When guys say you went all the way out of the country to get some pussy, and it's like they're trying to make it seem as if you can't get any play over here. But the biggest contradiction throughout all this mess is this entire space has been built on the complaints of women about women. These guys complain day in and day out about women. And if they don't complain, they try to say they come up with ways of dealing with them and not really any solutions, just ways to deal with them. And when you hear them saying that they don't want relationships, they don't want marriage, and they don't want to cohabitate with them, but they want you to still interact with them. And the ultimate goal of these guys is just to have sexual access uh, at a regular rate with these women, but nothing else, right? And you get ridiculed if you be like, well, I don't want to deal with them at all. I want to go to another country because I don't want to just run around and have sex and have different women or have short-term girlfriends and then have to find another one or just fling, pump and dump, hook up, all that, right? That's the destiny that they want for you here in America in the West. Just be casual, hook up, pump and dump, be friends with benefits, have flings, but oh, never marry, right? Now I'm gonna hit y'all with a key point right here. I'm gonna hit you hard, right? And y'all gonna understand that I make sense when I say this, right? The majority of guys in this space come from at least some type of family aspect or attempt to create a family, even if they come from a single parent home, right? Right, JJ, all day long. Now, people about my age, Gen Xers, close to it, especially older, had married parents and married grandparents. This is where they come from. Now you got these people talking crazy in this space like is something wrong with you if you desire a family or if you desire just to deal with a woman of a particular type in a traditional sense, in a monogamous sense, in a normal sense. Something that's very much almost, if not exactly, like a building block to a family. Now, these dudes have become just as bad as trans people and the Rainbow Coalition altogether because all all of them act like they didn't get here from a family forming or an attempt to make a family. I told you guys yesterday, dick and pussy go together. Dick and pussy go together to make offspring, right? Now you're supposed to just dwell in the West, dwell in America, and just, have one woman after the other, whether, from time to time, in a short time span or in between long time spans. Whatever the pattern is, the thing is, never leave and go find another woman. Stay here and deal with these women, even though we complain about them and we're saying they're not good enough to marry or build with. Because I had one of the homies tell me, man, you went all the way to Africa to get some pussy. And these dudes know I've gotten women over here many times. Actually, I'm even older than him. I've had more women than him, more expensive women than him. And it's not no, they don't congratulate you. They don't ask you how it was. They don't ask you what was the experience overall from the culture and the environment. What'd you see? Some of them, they should be asking all that and asking, can you turn them on to a chick over there? Right. So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, I am not about to keep on listening to these guys, even guys talking about SBE, guys saying that they don't SBE and that they point out other guys at SBE. Well, okay. So again, you don't believe in SBE, shame, blame, and explain. But then what is the end goal with you? Just like the dating coaches and the game coaches, what is your end goal? Just have a female here and there until the end of time till you get old. Like these guys are stupid. Okay. These guys are stupid, right? And you should never let these guys stop you from getting on a plane and going to a country where you think you can find a traditional woman to help start you a family. Never let these guys stop you from doing that, right? You just need to be in a position to do that. You need to be first and foremost into your manhood, knowing who you are. You can't be no punk, no pussy, no lightweight. Uh, a guy that can't fucking lift 135 fucking pounds with a soft ass voice like whatever that dude's name was. I forgot his name. Uh, that went over into Asia and shit. Then he wound up breaking up. Like you can't be no punk little pussy bitch like that. Now I agree with that, right? But when you achieve a certain middle class status and you know who you are as a man and you got your shit together and you walk and talk a certain way, you got your manly energy and order, and you feel like you need to go out the country to a particular culture, again, that you research, investigated, and the things line up with everything that you're looking for, do so. You do not have to stay here and be around this cesspool and these goofy dudes who say, don't do this with women, don't do that with women, but stay here. Yep. And if you stay single and people around your job and family ask you, why don't you get a woman in America? You know, yeah, I don't really have people to try to set me up. Like, well, my family and people pretty much know that I make decisions pretty thorough, and I know how to get out of a situation if it don't pan out. Um, but I told my family, I was very stern and bold. I was like, I will never marry in America. I am not marrying an American woman. I am not never giving another American woman a relationship. It is over. And with me being black and the black women in my family hearing that, it upset them, and they are in disagreement with it. And I just told them, you're gonna have to be in disagreement with it because even if the female that I'm with now doesn't work out, I'm still gonna get me a wife from another country. I'm not touching nothing in America on no type of marriage and relationship time ever again. It is over with, you know. My sister-in-law, married to my brother, tried to call me and try to have a conversation with me about, my first trip to Africa. And, why was I doing that? And there's women over here. I told her, I don't want to hear that. These women over here are whores. No. Yeah, it's not a good deal. It's not a good deal. They're bad with money. They won't help you pay for anything. You got this dilemma about 50-50, who should pay what, this and that. These women signed up for 50-50. These women, when they decide to go to college, and has decided to go into the career field and the corporate world and get jobs and stuff like that and make money, they signed up for 50-50. Now they don't want to do it. And you got these dummy dudes out here that's trying to say you shouldn't do 50-50. You should do either as much as you can or 100%. Man, for these females, no. I could do 100% from a woman straight out of the village overseas that does feminine and womanly things, but one of these, no, no. These women over here, no. These women should pay 50-50. Okay. They signed up for it. That's the deal they signed up for, especially when they go out and get all that debt before you. I mean, that's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah. JJ Starwind, to be honest with you though, man, really and truly, you shouldn't even. I wouldn't even be trying to talk to females here unless the conversation is just straight up like, look, I'm not. I don't want a relationship. I take a friends with benefit, or I take a concubine. If you want something more serious than a friends with benefit, you can be a concubine, a biblical concubine. Uh, that is a higher status than a girlfriend if a woman truly understands it. As much as you got sugar babies running around here, I'm pretty sure that these women at some point gonna have to understand that the concubine status is probably gonna be their only option if they don't get into a poly situation. And I'm talking about polygyny, not polyamory. But for the most part, your best bet is to uh oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Stay yes, man. Look, this is not the day and age for blind dates and matchmaking because these people that's trying to matchmake are especially another woman. Women sympathize with women, and women are biased when it comes to determining, who's in favor of a situation, who's more right about a situation, uh, as far as between man and woman, and they're going to take the woman's side. And women know that other women have issues and are whores and all kind of shit, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, I think it'd be good if you meet this person." No, do not hook me up with your whole ass friend. These women out here these days are whores. The majority of these women that you're dealing with today in America, in the West, are whores. They have had too many men, too many dicks have went inside of them. After a woman has had so many dicks, she is a whore. Okay, that's on top of all the other bad habits that they got. Uh, no, there will not be matchmaking for me, and I would not be taking these women serious. I'm not dating them. I'm not girlfriending them. I'm not fianceing them. I'm not wifing them. I'm not living with them. I'm not being legally responsible for them. What I'm going to do is deal with my woman in Ethiopia on a serious level. She is the only one that has a chance at anything serious because she does exactly what she's supposed to do. I get hand fed when I go over there. I get hand fed so much I have to stop her from feeding me so I can breathe. Okay. I get washed every time I take a shower or bath. She's trying to wash me. Okay. You know, Now don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. She gets taken care of. I take care of her. She needs food. She needs clothing. She needs shelter. Anything that she needs, I take care of that. But she serves me and treats me like a king, like a man. But I also do my job. So I don't want these women over here. I do not want anything to do with them. Okay. I've experienced patriarchy, gender role based, and culture and tradition on a level that I have never experienced here in America. And I've done the right thing. I've been a good guy. I've taken care of women. I've saved women. I've paid bills. And I've never been treated like that. I had to go to another country to get treated the way I'm supposed to be treated. And at the same time, I do what I'm supposed to do too. It's not me going to take advantage of nobody or nothing like that. It is a even trade. Responsibilities for responsibilities based upon mindset. That's what it is. You know, these guys don't understand this. All these guys that have something to say about me going to Ethiopia, I bet if I took them and introduced them to an Ethiopian woman and they spent time with her, they would never be the same again. And I specifically chose Ethiopia. Notice I didn't go to Brazil. Notice I didn't go to Colombia. Notice I didn't go to these other places these guys went. I didn't even go to anywhere in Asia. Notice where I went to. You guys got to look at that. You guys got to pay attention to how I move. I move in a certain way that's a little bit different from the rest of the group. You see me come in, serve, chat it up here and there, throughout the years, jump on the panel here and there. But for the most part, y'all watch me move a certain way. It's very independent, incognito, and very, 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 uh, yeah, and very, very, what do you call that? I'm rare, right? And I do this to show you an example of how you can move, and you don't have to follow the group. You just have to see what interests you the most, you know, and then you study it, you research it, and you see if everything checks off. You know what I'm saying? I said Ethiopian women are my favorite women. They're the most beautiful women. It's in Africa. Boom. Let me check the culture. I checked the culture. Yeah, the culture checked out. They got the gender role based system. Um, they have a real adherence to family. Uh, you know, people socially, you know what I'm saying, as they move about and stuff, are very serious, very polite, very structured. Um, the customs, everything lined up. You know what I'm saying? The cost of living is cheap, the exchange rate is where it needs to be at. Boom. Hey, well, I'm tell you what, man. Africa is where it's at. Ethiopian and Eritrean women, to me, are the most beautiful women. You get everything in one of them if you get the right one. Now there's other parts of Africa you can't do no wrong in either. Like all this hoopla about Asia and Brazil and all that. I mean, I get Brazil and I get Dominican Republic, but when you look at them, there's some beautiful black women in those places. But then they all just look like all of them look like IG models too. Like I went to a place where I didn't want to look at anything that looked like an IG model. I'm over that. You know what I'm saying? The IG model look, I am over that shit. Yes, I love the fitness and the thickness, but if they look like an IG model, man, I am over that shit. You know. Uh, but you can do no wrong in Africa all the way across the board. Maybe stay out of Nigeria and stay out of Ghana. Turn my food down. Stay out of Nigeria and Ghana. Other than that, man, you should be good. So yeah, Asia's wide open. I mean, you still got a lot to choose from in Asia. I just think guys have skipped over Africa for some reason. You notice these passport bros don't do a lot of moving around in Africa, and I don't understand that. But I also think that if they don't be doing this unnecessary broadcasting, sometimes this stuff, they don't need to be broadcasting like that, and they definitely don't need to be going in big groups like that. Going in big groups can mess it up, especially when you go to these places and you running up on people, especially with cameras and stuff like that, and you acting American and you carrying on like an American would at a party or on a Friday and Saturday night, man. That's not really the move, you know. Yeah. So that's not really the move. You know what I'm saying? Um, the move is to be real reserved, be real relaxed, be self-checking at all times, checking your behavior, uh, making sure you're learning and making sure you're courteous and have manners. And the interactions and conversations will take place because people be interested in you and people will look at you, and then you'll have to go places and buy things and do things. So you'll be able to talk about anything that you need to talk to, and the conversation will flow and come into a way to where it's not forced or it's out of order or anything like that. Yeah, I mean Latin America is cool. I just think it's not a good idea to run to places these dudes are going to in big numbers. That's why I chose something different, you know. And I'm gonna continue to do that. When I If I have a chance to ever go to Dominican Republic or Brazil, those are really the only two places I think I would go. I don't think I'll go to Colombia. I wouldn't go too many places in Latin America outside of Brazil and Dominican Republic, you know. And that's just because I favor melanated women all over the planet. Uh, I would deal with other women. I would deal with the Asian women and stuff like that, and the Colombian women and stuff like that. Colombia does have a black population, beautiful black women, but these dudes just overdone it. They went there too much for me, and I can't. I don't want to go where they went. I don't want to do it. you know, and they actually made it bad at one point in time and tried to blame it on Pookie and Ray Ray. And Pookie and Ray Ray had nothing to do with it. Um, so that's just where we at. But yeah, you don't have to be stuck over here with these women and these dudes trying to shame you to stay over here. They want to say shame, blame, and explain, but shame, blame, and explain, but then you want to shame somebody if they don't want to stay over here. And then you leaving these guys to more women left over for them to deal with, and they still get mad. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, JJ, man, this is this is your boy, man. I'm about to Bolivia and Paraguay. I had to look at those countries. I'll look at them. I do know what you're talking about. Like a lot of countries that's not on the radar still pretty much got a nice little makeup or an abundance over there that goes overlooked. I agree with you. Yeah, go to South Africa. Be careful, but do go to South Africa. Just don't go in the bad parts of town. Research the bad parts of town and make sure you got it mapped out. And you should be good. But yeah, going over and messing with them South African women. I heard them South African women, man, will have you where you don't want to come back home. So, you know. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. But boost the channel up, man. We got something in effect to where we all, if we get the channel to a certain size, man, we all can make money together, give each other money, man, and get each other rich, man. So boost the channel up and stay tuned. I gotta fix me something to eat. It's getting late. I'm eating late. I shouldn't be, but I gotta get something to eat. And I'll definitely come back at y'all tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Appreciate you coming through, JJ. For everybody out there, it's your boy Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. We're gonna end the stream and I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all be safe. All right. Have a good night.